And now from McAllen City Hall, a meeting of the McAllen City Commission.
I have a proclamation. I have Engineers Week.
Engineer. We will call the meeting to order. It's 5:09 p.m. on Monday, February 9th. I will start with the Pledge of Allegiance with an invocation by Tony Aguirre.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Bow our heads. Gracious God, we pause to seek your wisdom and guidance as we begin this meeting. Grant clarity of mind, integrity of purpose, and humility of heart to all who we serve. May every decision that we guide us through justice, compassion, and sincere commitment to the common good. We ask for peace in our deliberations, unity amid differing perspectives, and a spirit of cooperation. We ask these things in your name. Amen.
Amen. And we do have a couple proclamations today. National Burn Awareness Week. Pepe Cabeza de Vaca will present that.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for being here. Very nice to be presenting this proclamation. As you guys know, safety of our citizens, it's almost importance to the citizens to the city of McAllen, and having this gentleman over here always protecting us and our families is very nice. It's very heartful for us. So thank you. Thank you for that, and thank you guys for those that are not fortunate, and somebody to get burned, and you guys take care of them. Appreciate it. City of McAllen Proclamation, State of Texas, County of Hidalgo, City of McAllen. Whereas burn injuries continue to be a significant public health concern in the United States, resulting in serious physical, emotional, and economic impacts for individuals and their families. And whereas children under the age of 5 and working age adults are at an increased risk for burn injuries, which commonly result from fire and flame, scalds, contact with hot objects, and electrical or chemical hazards, many of which occur in the workplace. And whereas National Burn Awareness Week, an initiative of the American Burn Association, promotes education awareness and prevention to reduce burn injuries and improve outcomes for burn survivors, with the 2026 theme, Burn Prevention Where You Live, Work, and Play, Preventing Burns in the Workplace. And whereas burn prevention and response efforts in the city of McAllen are strengthened through collaboration among courageous firefighters at the McAllen Fire Department and healthcare professionals at DHR Level 1 Trauma Center, his commitment to education, emergency response, and advanced medical care helps protect the health and safety of our community. Now thereof, I, Pepe Cabeza de Vaca, City Commissioner of the City of McAllen, Texas, by the virtue of the authority vested in me, and on behalf of the Mayor and the City Commission, do hereby proclaim February 1st to the 7th, 2026, as National Burn Awareness Week. Congratulations to all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner. Again, my name is Mario Liscano. I'm the Administrator of Corporate Affairs for DHR Health, and we're thankful to the City of McAllen for always allowing us to bring forth information about some of the services that we are working on locally that at other times would have to be flown out. With me today, I have Cassandra Bravo, which is our community outreach coordinator and has an invitation for an upcoming event this Saturday, and Mr. Dan Ramirez from our trauma unit. So it's very important that we are trauma level 1, we are a comprehensive trauma level 1, and that we have this opportunity to work together, not only with the fire, but police as well. And we thank Chief Gloria for all his efforts, for always providing us with the resources to work together for fire prevention. And with the availability for us to go ahead and treat some of these patients here, that before we're flown away, we want to make sure that we thank the city for reading that proclamation and for the acceptance of it. I'd like to have Ms. Cassandra Bravo go ahead and say a few words, and I know we'd love to hear from Chief Gloria.
We want to sincerely thank the City of McAllen for this proclamation, as burn prevention is very important. A lot of these injuries are preventable, something as simple as turning your pot handles in, or as simple as changing the detectors on the lead batteries on your smoke detector. So this Saturday, the McAllen Fire Department and the Injury Prevention Division at DHR will be collaborating with the McAllen Farmers Market to talk about burn and fire safety. We would love if you guys came to support your local fire department as well as your local hospitals as well. And with that, I would like to pass it to Chief Gloria.
Hello, everyone. My name is Juan Gloria, City of McAllen Fire Chief, and I want to say thank you for the opportunity to highlight the importance of burn prevention. And, as first responders, our personnel here right behind me, they are the boots on the ground, the first line of defense for any injuries and anything that may take place within our city. And, of course, it's good to have a supporting system for medical attention, not just through DHR, but through all of our different medical facilities in our region. And so we want to thank you. Thank you for the opportunity to work with you, and we appreciate the opportunity to once again highlight this important item of awareness, which is, burn prevention. So on behalf of the McAllen Fire Department, thank you very much.
It's very important. It's in the farmers market, right, on Saturday, and the McAllen Public Library. So if you guys want to go, tell your friends, please make it out there to support. And it's also, I want to mention something real quick. Trauma Ones, there's only 22 Trauma One centers in the state of Texas. We are very fortunate to have 2 in this region, one in McAllen, one in Edinburgh. So we are very well prepared, and thank you again, to you guys for taking care of our patients that don't have to be flown anywhere else. You guys take care of them right here. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
And we also have a proclamation for Engineers Week. It will be presented by Commissioner Tony Aguirre.
Engineers, it's dangerous right here. Did you see that? No. There you go. Are there any other engineers that are representing other? There you go. That are representing other developers or it? Engineers Week. I've hired and I've fired a few. But it takes an engineer. This is a proclamation. Whereas engineers use their scientific and technical knowledge and skills in creative and innovative ways to fulfill society's needs. And whereas engineers face the major technological challenges of our time, from rebuilding towns devastated by natural disaster, cleaning up the environment, and assuring safe, clean, and efficient sources of water and energy, to designing information systems that will speed our country into the future. And whereas engineers are encouraging our young math and science students to realize the practical power of their knowledge. And whereas we will look more than ever to engineers and their knowledge and skills to meet the challenges of the 21st century. Now here, therefore, I, Tony Aguirre, Jr., City Commissioner of the City of McAllen, by virtue of the authority vested in me and on behalf of the Mayor and the City Commission, do hereby proclaim the week of February the 22nd to the 28th as Engineers Week here in the Valley. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner. Thank you, Commission, for recognizing their Engineers Week. We have a lot of our engineers here that from the surrounding here in the RGV that help support McAllen and our engineering group. And we're here to celebrate from February 22nd to February 28th, the engineers. As you know, a lot of what we do goes unrecognized and unseen, and that's what we're trying to do. And the reason we do that, however, is to make sure that we're providing a safe and efficient environment for the public. In our city, Engineer Week means safe water, safe roads, drainage, and to help protect businesses, houses, and infrastructure. These decisions are what make McAllen great for today and tomorrow. And I'd like to thank all the engineers here today behind me for all the hard work they put in and the recognition that they deserve in that week. So thank you so much. Thank you, McAllen.
Way to go. Way to go,
Thank you all.
Rene, way to go.
With that, we will open up the public hearing.
Omar?
Omar?
Commissioners, good afternoon. Okay. So item 5 will be pulled from the routine. The rest of the items, these items went to P&Z on January the 21st. Item number 1 is rezoning from R1 to R2. This is at 2604 North Ware Road, just south of Harvey. This is for 24 townhomes. Item number 2 is request of M2 Engineering for conditional use permit for life of the use. This is at 6100 North Benson. This is just south of Lark. They have added a common lot for the PUD that was approved previously. Item number 3 is a request of for Idea Public School for conditional use permit to add in. They're removing some portable buildings and they're going to add in some classrooms, and then they're going to be doing a bus staging area. This is at 201 North Benson. This is on Benson and Business 83. Item number 4 is a conditional use permit for a single-family dwelling on 619 South Bicentennial. This is a lot of record. It was sold by Meets and Bounds, so it doesn't meet the quite all the requirements, but we have several that same situation. So item number 5 was pulled, and then item number 6 is city-initiated rezonings.
Do we have anyone here to ask, anyone in opposition to items 1 through 6 minus number 5? It's been pulled out. No? Commission?
Move to approve items 1A1 through 6 minus 5.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes.
Okay, item number 5 is the AP electrical substation. They're requesting a conditional use permit. So this one will only be for 2 years. They are renting a parcel of property from the city. So it's the parcel that they will be renting is 155 by 120, and the actual AP area will be 80 by 135, and this will just be for 2 years. So this is electrical substation.
Do I have anyone here to speak against the item? Yes.
Come forward, please. Mayor Commissioners, this is for the location of a temporary skid.
Temporary skid. Okay.
Correct?
Yes. Sorry. This is at 4551 Buddy Owens. This is just south of the location that we had previously, which was on the north side of Buddy Owens. This is going to be on the south side of Buddy Owens, just north of Public Works.
But is it a public works piece of land?
Yes, sir.
Yes. City of McAllen, yes.
I just want to get that straight. Go ahead.
Ma'am, if you would just give us your name and address for the record, please.
Ask if they can show us the schematics of where exactly I know it does specify here the actual, I guess,
Yeah.
dimensions of the area. Practically the same arguments we had from the beginning that we opposed the first time, which was going to be directly behind our home. In this case, I mean, it's just a couple of feet away from our house, and he just specified that it's right off the road. So there's not much of a difference from where our backyard to across the street from us. And this is an entire neighborhood, so is there any way that it can be, if it's not possible to, I mean, we oppose it, but that it can be moved further back? Why does it have to be right in the front of our homes, right in the front of the street?
My name is Lupita Valentin. I live at 4601 North 47th Street. Like she said, our arguments from the last time still stand. The noise pollution that we're going to get, obviously it's going to affect our property taxes as well, because, you know, that looks ugly, and it is ugly. And now it's going to be in our front yards instead of in our backyards, which I think makes it a little bit worse. If anything, I don't know why they're so insistent on using our neighborhood. I wish that they would leave our neighborhood alone. And there's still other properties available there that they could use. And this time, I mean, we just don't want it there. Like I said, I just really wish that they would leave our neighborhood alone. And what guarantees that in 2 years it's not going to be renewed again, and then it's just going to keep going and going and going. So, we oppose it being built there.
Mr. Sotelo, what's the current zoning for that address?
Commercial, just along the properties, commercial, C3.
Just C3?
Yes, sir.
Are there any other properties located in our city that are similarly situated with a C3 and they're asking for for a skid, a power skid?
So this is almost the same situation that we have on 23rd and Buddy Owens on the opposite end, closer to 23rd. So we have also the skids or the electrical substation, and we have the residential right behind it as well.
Visually, will this electrical skid look similar to what's located at 23rd and Buddy Owens?
Yes, sir.
It will.
But why is it a 2-year?
So that's just until they find another location that would better suit them. So as right now, we are the demand is there, so they're not meeting the demand that we have right now.
You know, for public record, we are in that area. AEP has come to us, you know, addressing this problem to service all of that area, okay? Because it's densely populated and around. So yes, we're trying to find a solution for there to be a good quality energy source for that whole area. So that is why, you know, they're trying to find a location that fits the needs. And because we heard you last time, and it was in your backyards, and we said no to that at that time. Well, we're in a situation that there needs to be some type of facility that will ensure the proper needs of the energy in that area. So it is a very tough decision that we are looking at. As we had talked about, those are the things that we have to do and look at that. The question is, I know is, hey, it's 2 years and then it's 4 years and then it's, you know, a life. And this is what, you know, we are looking at, and why the 2-year, and I can see the grid is very important. It needs to be close to the grid, okay? So the source needs to get to the grid in a manner in which it's efficient, right? The noise level, as you mentioned, well, you know, if you go down to other existing substation, now, the 23rd Street substation there on Benson, on Buddy Owens, excuse me, was there before the neighborhood. It was. But still, it created a neighborhood, and still people went and lived there. Exactly. They chose that. Exactly right. So those.
You're right. I don't want to cut Tony off. They did know there was a substation when they built a home there. This is a commercial tract, city-owned property. You knew at some point something would have to get developed there, and so you moved into a neighborhood with the unknown of what might, also the risk of the unknown of what might be there. It is a 2-year. A skid is temporary. A skid is not a permanent solution of any kind.
I'd like to address that part about temporary, if the representative from AAP could come forward, because I'd like to know what temporary is, because if Mr. Sotelo is indicating to me that the structure facility located at Buddy Owens and 23rd, that looks pretty permanent to me, so I'd like to get a clarification on that. Yes, sir.
Good afternoon.
Got your name?
Daniel Lucio, External
Mr.
Affairs.
Lucio, thank you so
Rick
much.
Garcia with me and Nathan Chamberlain.
Yes,
So
sir.
yeah, I want to address that first concern about it being as big as the one on Buddy Owens and 23rd. And it's not. It's going to be a lot smaller.
Sorry, it's 50 by 100 foot instead of 250 by 250.
50 by 100 foot instead of 250 by 250. Okay.
Okay, I see what you mean. And in terms of, is there going to be any permanent concrete footing to support some of the structure that I would see on 23rd at this address?
What do you mean by permanent
Well,
structure?
I'm going to describe the best way I can from a lawyer's perspective. It looks like it's steel pipes sticking up, and then you got the little transistors, the coils.
No, it's not going to be that detailed. It's just a transformer with a circuit breaker and a circuit switcher on the top. There is going to be poles that need to be installed.
There
gonna
will be poles.
There has to be poles, yes, in order to get from the north side to the south side.
So if we're looking at the poles, what's the approximate height that we're considering here?
The height that's currently there right now.
Say again?
The height that's currently there right now.
At the 23rd and Buddy Owens?
No, at whatever is at our property. So there's poles that run through our property.
Okay.
They're about 90 feet.
Oh, they're 90 feet?
Yes.
And they're already there now?
They're already there now.
Are you going to add any more?
We're going to have to because we have to get to the south side of Buddy Owens. To the
Okay,
city
so it's
of
going to have to cross from the north side to the south, right?
Yes, sir.
That high?
Yes, sir.
Got it. And my concern, which I kind of share with them, and I'm not going to speak for them, is 2 years rolls over to 4, and then overall, as time goes on, you know, we've been here 8 years, we'll just make it permanent.
So we're actively looking for a permanent site.
Right.
And we are confined to that Buddy Owens corridor. So we're still, but we run into issues, of course, because it's a very populated area.
Right.
And for different reasons, you know, we're running into some challenges. So that's ongoing, okay? And so we're trying to get this thing built or installed so that we can get it going before the summer heat comes in. So we did okay with the cold snap that we had just a few earlier, but we need to get past the summer as well.
How close is the 50 by 100 foot footprint going to be from the curb of that street? Anybody know?
I think it's on the image.
Well, the picture shows it right on the curb.
And so actually, when we first started planning for this, we were going to put this towards the back end of the property, but under the city's advice, they were told no, to put it
Put it to the front?
towards the front, yeah.
Zotella, why is that?
There's Public Works is going to use the property as well, so it's just an extension of Public Works. So right now, the platting process is going on for Public Works.
Oh, I see. That's
So
right.
they've outgrown their area, so they need to move north. So that's
Public
why
Works is going to use it for.
I'm not sure what part of the daily activities they're going to use it for, but they will be using it.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yes, sir.
A couple of years ago, yeah.
I do want to add that, look, I understand their concerns and I sympathize, right? What we'd like to do is, like I said, we want to get this thing done like ASAP. We need to, right, to be ready for the summer. But what we'd like to propose is have an open house. Like, you know, we have that opportunity with you guys, right, to do this
Right.
at the workshop. We want to be able to have that opportunity to display these things, these facts to the residents. Obviously, it's a concern to them. We don't want to take that lightly. So we would like to propose, if you guys approve, we would like to propose having an open house setting where we can, invite the residents, the folks nearby, and let them know that.
Let me ask you the million-dollar question. With what you just suggested right now, did you do that before today's hearing? No, let him answer.
Oh, no. What do you mean?
In other words, you're the applicant for the conditional use permit. You were suggesting having an open house to be informational and educational to the neighbors. My million-dollar question is, was that done before today's hearing? From AEP to reach out to the customers and actually, hey, we're going to have a little get-together. We'd like to give you some information because we're going to do a conditional use permit to do a temporary skid. So that way they could understand before coming today to understand, one, what a temporary skid is, what it does. Two, what it would look like. And three, have a better idea how long you're going to be. And now we're trying to answer those questions right here, right now. And I'm not going to make them say, oh, you got to agree now, or for us. But at least we have an idea what you're planning to do.
How long does install take?
Installation? Well,
It'll take less than 2 months.
yeah. like I said,
So you would
we're
still
trying to
have time if this were to be tabled, so you can have that meeting.
And that's fine too. We're open to having this agenda item tabled, and we have that open house with the residents and bring it back. So as long as we get it done before the summer, because we're not going to lie to you, we are nervous about that.
Mayor Pro Tem, Commission, I do want to let the commission know that AEP has been incredibly engaged. They meet with a group of city staff on a weekly basis. We are actively looking for a site where AEP could locate a permanent installation. There is concern that if we get to the summer season and we have extraordinary temperatures, that servicing the area could be a concern. And so I appreciate the concerns from our residents. But I also want to make sure that come the heat of the summer that our residents are receiving the service they need from their electric supplier so that they are comfortable as well. So I appreciate AEP's willingness to engage with them. And I'm very hopeful that we can work this out, because I would hate to be here in July, August, or September having a very different conversation.
Well, there's more growth. And it is not only in a one neighborhood, it's a tremendous growth. Right.
Well,
yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
There, but why does it have to be
Right.
But what I like is that we've been working with the city.
I would make a motion to, bring it back, in the next meeting, pending some investigation on our part and investigation on AEP with the residents.
I second
But
that.
also for us to look at this matter again.
Well, we have to look at it for sure.
We have to,
Yeah.
and I got 2 weeks to do it. And it's going to be a painful decision one way or another, but we have to make those decisions.
We have a motion to table the item.
I second the motion.
We have a
Second.
second. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed?
2
Motion
weeks.
passes. I hope y'all would get that meeting set up, and I'm sure some of the commissioners would appreciate being invited as well. Thank you.
If we could. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
We're
All right,
on-
conditional use permit, B1. This is a request from Michael Fallon. This is conditional use permit for adoption of amendment ordinance for the plan unit development. This is at 1300 South 10th Street. The original PUD on this location, it had 7 lots. However, the lots that have changed is lot number 3. It was originally a U-shaped building, and this is going to be an L-shaped building. It had a little pocket in the center that really created just a little obstacle, so they kind of just did the L now. And then lots 5 and 6. On lot 5, they had a hotel. I mean, the parking garage, and on lot 6, they had a hotel. And they stated they will do the hotel at a later date. They still have the hotel on lot 7, so this is one of 2 hotels. So those are the only changes that were made to it right now.
Do you have anyone here to speak against the item? Do we have anyone here? The applicant? I see the applicant. Do you have any questions for the applicant? City manager?
Mayor Commissioners, or Mayor Pro Tem Commissioners, I would just remind the commission that this property is subject to a 380 agreement. My office is of the opinion that resolving the issue presented by the developer may be better handled through an extension, an amendment to the 380 agreement rather than an amendment to the PUD. I think we can address the developer's concerns and protect the interest that the city granted through that mechanism rather than considering an amendment to the PUD.
Commission?
I'd like to hear from the applicant if that's permissible.
Good afternoon. Michael Fallick, 4316 North 10th Street, McAllen. Thank you for the opportunity to speak before you. Really, it wasn't us that necessarily even had this PUD amendment coming before you for the changes that were being made where the hotel and parking garage were originally anticipated. It is still our intent to do that. It is just really a timing issue. You can't develop everything at once. We're getting ready to build a multi-tenant building in the center. So until such time as we develop the lots that were just discussed, the intention is to pave that area and use it for additional parking for the multi-tenant building and anything else that gets developed in the interim in the center. So I don't disagree that this is probably better off addressed in a different format. We didn't believe that the PUD needed to be amended for this reason. The planning department provided the direction that this needed to be done. I am not opposed to what the city manager indicated and to address this issue in another way. But again, we don't have any change in the plan that we were proceeding with. This is just a timing issue.
Well, not to mince words, but it is a change if in fact we're contemplating an extension of what was originally agreed to, right?
I haven't asked for.
Well, I mean,
I haven't asked for an extension of time. That is not something that has been requested.
It
But
sounds like
did you talk, I'm sorry, you're talking about the time element in which the proposed facility, which I come to understand is a hotel, was supposed to roll into the entire project.
I don't think that is tied in time-wise, no.
Time-wise, it's not?
No, sir.
Mr. Soltello, can you please explain why it is that a parking lot would have been required for an amendment?
That's just one of the things what the original proposal required or proposed a parking lot. It's just like right now with what they're proposing, it meets the parking requirements. It's just one of the things when they did the PUD back then, they had a parking garage.
Commissioner, a PUD is established by ordinance, and the PUD, we are bound by that site plan. So any changes to the site plan requires an amendment to the PUD.
But the proposal for the parking lot was not made by Mr. Fallick. It was actually made by the planning department. So that's why I'm trying to.
The recommendation.
I'm trying to understand that. Why that?
But just because they were modifying what was originally on the site plan, so right now.
Oh, that's right, it was a hotel. I
It was
apologize.
a hotel in the center and then the parking garage in the back. So right now, they're just wanting to do a parking lot instead of those hotel and the parking garage.
And see, I don't see I see that there's
Changing the
futility there down the line. He ends up filling the hotel, then you're gonna have to scrap up the parking lot.
By amending the PUD now, yes, we're going to have to come back and amend it again. Again, we don't believe that an amendment to the PUD is necessary at the moment.
Okay, and now I understand your position. All right. It's just based on the change that there would be now a requirement to put.
And again, we're not looking for a change in the ultimate use.
Right,
This is just in the interim.
In the interim, right.
Well, what I'm hearing is you'd be okay with a disapproval and us taking the recommendation of the city manager that you work on the aspect of the 380 rather than doing it through, I think, a change to the PUD.
Right.
Right?
So I'm not sure what the change to the 380 is going to be, so I don't have a position on that.
Right. And I think that's a discussion for another time.
Yeah, but we are.
I think in general,
we are
an
in
extension of
process. We are in process of developing the entire site. Most of the infrastructure has been completed. Everything underground is in place.
Yeah.
We're working on parking lots now. We're working on the drives through the center. And so that work is ongoing. And so I don't necessarily want to have something happen here that kind of slows that development, because we have subs out there doing their development work. And so anything that we need to do that would slow them down kind of changes how that process happens, because if you turn the project off and subs have to stop, they go somewhere else.
Right, and then you get it back.
No, I commend you for what you're doing there, and you have to keep going, without a
Yeah,
doubt.
so-
So whatever the decision that we make today action needs to be taken.
Well, we're only acting, I think, on the
We're
agenda
only acting
item.
on the PUD
On the
item.
PUD act.
Yeah.
Yeah, and again, our position was that an amendment to the PUD wasn't necessary anyway, because we're not changing the ultimate use. We're not asking that the site plan be changed. It's just in the interim, there's going to be a parking lot there until such time as we go vertical with some development.
And as I understood, the parking lot being constructed there is at the recommendation of the Planning and Zoning Commission. Planning and Zoning Department.
Well, I don't think it was really necessarily from them. I mean, there's land there.
Right.
We have a great working relationship with staff. I think this is a collaborative process, and we're trying to be transparent at every point.
Sure. So you actually did bring that up to just build a parking lot instead, too?
In the interim, yes.
Okay, so it did come, so jointly, both of you, the
Yes,
planning
yeah.
department,
No,
yourself?
I'm not putting that part on
Okay.
staff.
Okay, all right.
Staff has been great to work with, and this is a very difficult project to begin with.
Sure.
And they've been,
complexities are
you know,
there.
they've been collaborative with us, and we're trying to work with them. And I think we're all pulling in the same direction. As Mr. Stevenson pointed out, it is an ordinance. There are limitations to what can be done. We certainly want to go about the entire process the right way. If this is the way it has to go, then so be it. We just didn't think that for an interim step that amending the PUD was necessary.
I don't either.
So we don't have to do it.
I agree.
I would make a motion to disapprove.
I make a motion to disapprove the PUD as extended, and we'll work the other end of it through the 380.
Okay, that's okay. I just want to make sure, though, that with that disapproval, that, I don't need to change up what's happening on the ground and stop subs from building out what is already being built.
Mayor Commissioners, Mr. Fallick is not difficult to get in touch with. I think he and I can have a conversation in the next week or so and have this back on the agenda for next meeting.
Is your recommendation to table the item? Or
My recommendation, I don't think an amendment to the PUD is necessary, so whether
Okay.
Mr. Fallick withdraws it or you disapprove it, I
We had
think
a
it's
motion and
half
a
dozen
second.
in one, six in the other.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion passes.
All right, thank you,
City
Commissioner.
manager will reach out.
Appreciate it.
Thank you,
All
Mr.
right,
Fallick.
thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Sotelo, on that issue.
We need a motion to amend the zoning ordinance.
We need a motion to amend the zoning ordinance.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passes. That is the end of the public hearing.
Not yet.
Oh, no, not
No,
yet.
not yet.
No, we still got two more items.
Yeah, sorry. So item D is consideration of possible approval of the ordinance updating the Unified Development Code. So the Unified Development Code was adopted in December of 2024. A comprehensive review of was conducted to correct omissions and clarify some standards. The review was led by the City Ordinance Review Committee, which has 3 city commissioners with input from city department heads, deputy city manager. Ongoing adjustments are expected as the UDC is a living document. Some of the key clarifications we added in some responsible approval decision makers. So basically, before we had director for absolutely everything. So now we added in city engineer, traffic engineer, building official, McAllen public utility, and health director. We added in car wash requirements on page 49. We restored some standards from the prior code, including front yard parking, double fronting lots. You all know how you had been having a lot of variances to subdivisions to double fronting lots. That's on page 177. We added in the semi-parking in neighborhoods on page 91. On the 18-foot minimum garage setback, we had left out a greater setback applies. So, of course, on some areas where you have the front setback of 20, 18 for the garage, of course, the 20-foot, the greater setback applies. Some people wanted to go with 18. It's like, no, we need to stay with the 20. We also prohibited parking in unpaved areas. We allowed 0 side yard setbacks in in commercial zones when it's abutting commercial zones. If it's abutting a residential zone, on page 19, it's not allowed. So it's just one of those items. And we also clarified the rules for easements and that exist, so greater setback applies. So on some areas, you have the front yard setback of 25. So all basic little items. It's just we had left out items like that. We updated the use table on page 45. We added in carports. We actually left them out. And we also added in the pools and portable buildings on page 39. We modified some bars. We reviewed regulations, I guess, in regards to the signage areas. A lot of the signage had deplenished, so we added back to what we had originally. So before we didn't, with the new UDC, we didn't allow as much wall signage as we do now. So right now, as long as it's your unlimited wall signage, as long as it doesn't protrude more than 12 inches. So we got that back. We did some clear pylon sign standards on page 142. On page 178, we added in the billboard section. On page 174, we added political signs must comply with the Texas Election Code, Chapter 259. Moving forward, technical design standards were moved to the standard design guidelines, such as public works and site triangle. This was moved that way it can be easily modified. Our units for public works, they're constantly growing, so this is constantly being modified. They're maneuvering or their gate details or something changes, so on the way they pick up, or it's a front loader versus side loader. So that is now moved over. We eliminated some outdated processes on page 289, such as the conveyance of plats, which we don't do, warranty bonds, added guidelines for non-conforming uses affected by right-of-way acquisitions on page 319, 320, and 321. On page 184, we added in the subdivision policy for lots within with meets and bounds prior to October 15th, 1973. We added, we did adjust the street right-of-way standards to ensure service vehicles access without increasing overall width. So we didn't, that's on page 208. We didn't increase the right-of-way requirements, but we went to originally what we had before. One example I want to use for the right-of-ways is, I want to use the fire station. So fire station number 3 and the fire station number 1. Fire station number 3 originally was on 2 lots. Now it's on 5 lots just to comply with maneuvering. So it's just one of those things where our equipment is getting bigger, so our right-of-way can't get smaller. And I guess on, once again, all amendments were reviewed with department heads to ensure cross-department functionality. The city will continue monitoring development feedback on unintended impacts to maintain a practical, development-friendly UDC.
That was a lot.
Yes. It took a lot of long nights and weekends.
Yeah, you could see it by the edits within the package. Pretty
Yes.
extensive.
Yes.
And the fact that you ran out of breath.
Yes.
And all of these did not address one area. This is the
UDC as a whole.
UDC as a whole. Understood.
Mayor, Commission, when the UDC was adopted, we knew that it would not be perfect. We knew that as we began to use it, that we would find areas that needed to be modified to fit the demands of a city like McAllen. And so, much like previous codes, this is but a first of what I'm sure will be several amendments to the codes that we see over the course of its existence. So I do commend Michelle and Omar and the Ordinance Review Committee for the painstaking time that was put into reviewing how the code is adopted had impacted operations, and for taking the extraordinary measures that they did to clean that document up so that it works as efficiently as possible for our community.
Follow-up is very, very important every time you make changes, because you have to look at the reality of things, and you have to give us some time. But if you see things that need to be, modified, that's what you're doing. I'll make the motion to accept.
We need to, is there anyone here that wishes to speak against the item? Michael?
Mr. Fallon?
Michael Fallon, 4316 North 10th. I'm not really speaking against the item. I had heard rumblings that one of the things that was being changed, and I don't know whether it's included or not, it regards off-premise signs and billboards. Is that something that is being changed to allow for off-premise signs?
So for the off-premise signage, we did switch it though. So one thing that was switched was like, okay, for your particular parcel, so you have 7 lots. So you're allowed to have a pylon on 10th Street and one off the expressway. You can advertise all 7 lots on those 2 pylons. You don't have to get a variance like you did before.
Each one, right.
Okay. That's the only change?
That's what, as far as, if you're not in the subdivision, then you would need a variance for off-premise signage.
Great. Thank you for that. Appreciate it.
So yeah, to clarify that, in any, let's say, strip center scenario or whatever that might have 2 or 3 pylons on it, and if they go with a sign that changes whatever, that advertises it, they can do it to the whole area, right?
Correct. So
to wherever that whole strip is, as in that 13-acre development, whatever. I totally agree with it.
I agree too. I think that's a great change. What I had heard actually, and the reason that I was even mentioning it, was I'd heard that there were going to be off-premise signs just completely allowed. And I had concern as a citizen when you drive up and down the highway seeing all those. That's what I was going to speak against. But
no, that's a state regulation. We can't have no jurisdiction on the highway, so they are allowed billboards.
But within city limits, there's no change to allow more off-premise signs aside from eliminating the variance requirement.
okay, very good. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Commission?
We have a motion, we need a second.
Motion to approve.
There's a
Second.
motion made and second. All those in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passes. Item E.
Item E is a TABC variance. This is for 316 North 29th. This is just north of Business 83. So the reason they're going to be selling alcohol, it's going to be off-premise consumption. But the thing is, in this particular block, there is a church to the south and a church to the north of them. So it's in the existing lot, or in the existing plaza right now.
Which came first, the church or them? The church was there first.
Do we have anyone here to speak against the item? It's already,
I might have been before the churches.
Commission?
So they haven't opened up or anything, they're just,
No, so it's just to sell off-premise, so they will not be having the bar there.
make a motion to deny said request, variance.
Is there anybody here to speak?
Oh, I'm sorry, did you?
Yeah, is the applicant here? And there was no opposition, correct?
There was no opposition.
From the deck.
The consumption of alcohol will be in premises, off-premises
off-premise.
only. So that eliminates a lot of them.
We don't have a second. Motion dies. Do we have another motion?
Motion to approve?
Second.
First and a second. All approve, all in favor?
Aye.
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 All opposed?
Aye.
Motion passes. Now we end the public hearing.
Do the gavel rap.
Yeah, it's not my gavel.
The guy still gavel.
We'll move on to the consent agenda. Are there any items commission wishes to pull out?
Mayor Pro Tem, on the consent agenda, you do have several resolutions.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Those include grant applications to the Endowment for the Arts for $100,000, submission of a grant application to another application to the Commission on the Arts for $15,000, a resolution authorizing submission of a grant to the Office of the Governor for local cybersecurity grant for $35,000, resolution of submission of a grant application to the Office of the Governor for 27, also for cybersecurity for $350,000, grant application to the Office of the Governor again for another $105,000 for cybersecurity grants. There also is on there resolution nominating a representative to the Hidalgo County Appraisal District. You might want to pull that off. We can talk about that briefly. There, with the vacancy that was created by Mr. Betancourt's untimely passing, there will be a process to fill that. They are taking nominations from entities eligible to make recommendations. Those recommendations then go back to the Appraisal District Board, who will ultimately select the replacement. But if we wanted to make a suggestion, we can do that either at this meeting or our next meeting. The deadline to do that is before the end of the first, I think it's the 3rd or 4th of March. So if you don't want to act on that one today, we can delay that one meeting.
Which item was that?
That is D1.
Are we able to nominate now, just the name?
You
without
could,
taking
you could
action?
make nominations if you want, and if you
I'll
can come to
nominate.
a consensus, then we can do that.
I nominate Mr. Mario Reina.
I second that. So we'll just leave it there for now.
We have a motion and a second.
I
We'll
need
leave
to
it
know,
there.
I need to know which Mario Reina.
The senior.
Junior?
No,
Senior?
senior, the
Senior.
SEC guy.
Yes.
Huh?
Good point. Mario Reina Senior.
Senior.
But I'll make a motion to table the item so we can take more action and time to nominate more thoroughly, I guess.
So you take.
No, I'm just putting a name out there,
Okay.
and we can now
Well,
table
we
it.
need to clarify, because we have a
Right.
motion to nominate, which you seconded.
Oh,
Would you
I
like
see
to
what you're
withdraw
saying.
that second? and
I'm going to withdraw my
substitute?
motion so that we have the entire board consider other names as
All right.
well.
And would you withdraw your motion and allow for it to be tabled?
Yes, we can do that.
So now I'll make a motion to table the item for the next available meeting.
All right.
It's
No,
all
just-
nice
We
and
have a
legal.
first and a
I'll
second.
second.
All those in favor?
Thank you.
Aye.
All those opposed?
I have the rest of the consent agenda to consider.
And then we have the rest of the
Motion
consent
to
agenda.
approve consent agenda 2A, B, C, and D 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
So moved.
Second.
First and second, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed?
Take it away.
Motion passes.
Mayor Pro Tem, item 3A is an award of contract for Area 5D South 2nd Street at Byron Nelson Drainage Improvements Project. Eduardo?
Mayor Pro Tem and Commission, we went out to bids for this project. This project is on South Second and Bales. We're going to install approximately 4,000 linear feet of new storm-related infrastructure.
Is it Bells or is Byron Nelson?
It's at Byron Nelson's, but it goes all the way to Bales.
All the way to Bales. To the
So
south.
it's Second and Byron Nelson to Bales. We'll be installing some storm infrastructure in that area, about 4,000 linear feet. We received 3 bids. We're recommending to award the bid along with Cruz Hogan Consultants, and staff recommend the contract to the lowest responsive bidder, Texas Cordia Construction LLC of Edinburgh, Texas, in the amount of $908,910 with a contract time not to exceed 120 calendar days. When we review the bids, there's an 8,000 differential, but when you look at the amount of days that the contractor put and you put a dollar amount per the LDs, they're the lowest responsive bidder, and so that's why we recommended this contractor.
So pretty much which one, what one is doing 120 calendar days, the other one is doing 140 working days.
Yes, sir.
That's the difference.
4 months versus 7 months?
4
months versus 7 months.
$8,000 difference.
About that equates to about $31,000.
We need it as fast as possible. So moved.
Second.
First and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passes.
Mayor Pro Tem, item 4A is the proposed adoption of an ordinance for the abandonment of the north 1.8-foot wide easement out of the 10-foot easement at Lot 1, 500 Max subdivision.
So this particular location at 500 East Hackberry it has a building all over the utility easement, so that's why they needed the abandonment of the 1.8. All departments have approved, and we're just waiting on your all's approval.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passes.
Mayor, item 4B is, I'm sorry, Mayor Pro Tem, item 4B is consideration of an ordinance providing for the abandonment of a 5-foot out of 10-foot utility easement adjacent to the south property line of Lot 12, Imperio Estates subdivision.
On this particular one, when they originally did the plat, there's a 10-foot utility easement all the way along the front, along the side, and along the rear. So it was a little excessive. So now all departments have agreed that they only need the 5 feet along the south side. So the neighborhood would like, the homeowner would like to build along on those 5 feet.
It's a very, very narrow strip subdivision that needed this type of help. And if the 5 foot is enough to fulfill the easement requirement or the need, I'll make the motion to accept.
You sure we don't need it?
Correct. All departments approved.
All right.
You have a motion and a second.
We have a first and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passes.
Mayor, item 4C is adoption of a minute order repealing Article 19 of the city charter pursuant to judicial order.
What is that?
Can we get a little bit more background on that?
Yeah, Commissioners, Austin, you want to take that one, please?
This relates to the charter amendments. Charter amendment that was codified as Article 19 was the subject of litigation. This relates to campaign contribution limits. The court found that, as written, the charter is unconstitutional and violates the First Amendment of the United States Constitution. The court has ordered the city to repeal that provision, Article 19, and so this minute order fulfills the city's ministerial duty to comply with the court order.
Does this not require like a resolution or something to do that, or?
No, sir. This minute order will order staff to repeal.
And it's going to be like obliterated from the website and all that, or what?
Yes, sir. It'll say repealed, just like
Oh,
any
just
other
repealed?
repeal
Also be there
ordinance.
and
It'll be there, and it'll have a parentheses brackets that says repealed.
Why is this called a second order?
Excuse me?
Why is this not called a second order? Minute, second, hour?
Oh. I was thinking, you got me thinking first and second and third.
So
Sorry
this
about
pretty
that,
much
Commissioner.
court ordered.
Yes, sir.
You have to do.
Motion to approve.
Second.
We have a first and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
I know. All opposed? Motion passes.
Mayor Pro Tem, items 5A, B, and C are considerations of resolutions in support of 3 tax credit subdivisions, Avante and Ironwood LP, for Avante Ironwood LP, Avante Legacy, Palmera LP, and Orchid Place. 2 of those are made in conjunction with work through the McAllen Housing Commission. I'm sorry, I was struggling to get their name right. The other is by the same developer. Support for all 3 of these gives the city the best chance to land those developments in the city, and we would recommend approval of all 3.
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
We have a first and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passes.
The developer is present, just for the record.
You what?
Developer is present, just for the record.
Thank you, Henry.
Thank you.
Mayor, item 6, manager's report. We have, if you have questions, the quarterly investment report for the quarter ending September 30, 2025. Sonia Resendez, our finance director, is here to present or address any questions you may have.
Good evening, Mayor Pro Tem, City Commissioners. The quarterly investment report for quarter ending September 30th, 2025 is in compliance with the Public Funds Investment Act and the city's investment policy. The ending book value for the quarter was $456,247,240. The weighted average yield to maturity was 4.06%. Excuse me. The quarterly investment report was reviewed by the Audit and Investment Committee on January 19th, and they recommend approval.
For public consumption, this was reviewed, like she said, by
Audit and Investment.
the Audit and Investment Committee, which is Ernie Williams and J.J. Zamora and myself. And this is the September 30th, so it's the end of the year, okay, of our last fiscal year. And we're meeting, I think, in 2 weeks.
March 23rd.
For the next quarterly, but we approved it.
Do we need actions?
No.
You can take a motion to accept it.
Oh, I'll make a motion to accept said report.
Second.
We have first and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passes.
Thank you.
Carla, you're up.
Mayor Pro Tem and City Commission, this item is for advisory board nominations. I have received nominations from some of the commissioners, so I'll just go over them real quick. The mayor made some nominations. He is nominating Michael Staton to the Airport Advisory Board, Saul Sanchez to Airport Advisory Board, Alex Lamela to Community Development Council, and Donna Carla Goldemmer to the Convention Center, Millie Chirino to Convention Center, Laura A. Villarreal to the Disability Board. That is a new appointment. And Cynthia Adame to Keep McAllen Beautiful. And Gabriel Camel to Planning and Zoning. And Andrea Rodriguez to the Traffic Commission. Commissioner Aguirre, you nominated Anna King to the Airport Advisory Board, Cynthia Gutierrez to the Convention Center, and Nicole Aguirre to the Traffic Commission. Commissioner Zamora, we will bring him. We'll bring back yours.
Yes, you gave me
Okay,
like
we'll bring-
15 applications, so I'm still going through.
Okay.
Thank you.
I know, we've received a lot of them. Commissioner Rios, you are nominating Armando Salinas to the Airport Advisory Board, Luis Figueroa to BBOA, Andrea Rodriguez to Community Development, Hiram Gutierrez to Community Development, Eric Lebanos to Disability Board, Eliseo Salinas to the Golf Course Board, Nathaniel De La Cruz to the Library Board. You're doing a new appointment, Brendan Lau to Parks and Recreation Department, and Jeffrey Schmitz to the Traffic Commission. Okay, we'll wait on yourselves. And
Did he
Commissioner.
get 15 applications as well?
Yes.
He did. There you
Yeah,
go.
He's narrowing them. Commissioner Haddad, you are nominating Tyson Hanna to the BBOA, the Building Boards of Adjustments and Appeals, Debbie Chavez to the Community Development Council, and Catherine Calloway to Traffic Commission.
As you all consider those, I'll give some credit to our Office of Public Communication. Irma Chapa put out a call for applicants, and it worked. So, yeah.
Yeah, good job.
worked.
It was pretty good. Way to go, Irma.
Really exciting to see the community want to be so engaged with our processes. We appreciate you doing that.
And Commissioner Pepe, you are nominating Susan Driscoll Garza to the Disability Board, Jacqueline Peña to Keep McAllen Beautiful, and Matthew Myers to the Senior Citizens Advisory Board. Those are all new appointments.
Make a motion to approve all of it.
So,
First and second, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passes.
I'll call for future agenda items. Mayor.
Are there any future agenda items from any of our commission? No?
Not anymore.
Not anymore?
There's a lot of them.
City manager? City attorney?
Mayor Pro Tem, with regards to items 7A through 7C, it's my recommendation that the board entertain a motion to instruct the city manager and city attorney to proceed as described in executive session.
Make a motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passes.
So-
And with that, we'll adjourn.
Wrap the
Meeting.
gavel, Debbie.
Regular City Commission meetings are held on the second and fourth Monday of each month. Meetings are broadcast on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays on the McAllen Cable Network.